People want to show the message, release the messages, show the messages. What are we in 2nd grade?
No, we're not, but the kids you were talking to probably were. What's good guys, Kel here. So yeah, I'm sure you've heard by now, but Dr. Disrespect has returned. Real quick before we go into his response, I think it's important to note that everything he says should be taken with a grain of salt. The messages between him and the so-called minor still haven't been released, and right now it's kind of like a he said, she said war between him and the various Twitch employees involved in this whole situation. That being said, let's take a look at what he has to say.
Cody Connors, ex-Twitch employee, wasn't even involved, leaks Twitch's reported reason. Cody, why do this? What was the point? This was settled professionally. And you, knowing how black and white the internet is, you decided, you fucking rat, to leak the reported reason Twitch banned me in 2020.
So for those of you who don't know who Cody Connors is, he's this ex-Twitch employee that pretty much exposed the reason that Dr. Disrespect had gotten banned in the first place. He made this tweet stating he got banned because he got caught sexing a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text. Case closed, gang. Like I mentioned earlier, referring to the reason that Dr. Disrespect had been banned in 2020, because previously the reason was unknown. But pretty much Dr. Disrespect's whole argument here is that he had settled the entire dispute with Twitch, and Cody pretty much said, fuck it, I'm gonna leak the reason anyways. To be honest, I'm not really sure who's in the right here. I mean, yeah, it's a scummy move to release information that Cody had no right to release, but then again, when that information consists of someone messaging a minor, the line gets a little blurry. I also find it really weird that Cody didn't release any information to prove any of the allegations he was making, apart from him being an ex-Twitch employee. Like, just show us the fucking chats at this point, seriously.
You said that I got banned from Twitch because I was sexting a minor through Whispers messages? Do you even know what the legal definition of sexting is? I do. And yeah, I used Twitch's Whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone. You also said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement, edited, etc., just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it. And boy, oh boy, did they ever, champs.
Okay, what the fuck is he talking about? He's essentially saying that he purposefully included the word minor in his statement just so news organizations would pick up on it. What the fuck kind of plan is that? Why would you willingly decide to ruin your reputation and career by exposing information on yourself that apparently isn't true? It just makes no sense to me.
When you and all these so-called journalists, Cody, fired off your tweets, did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages? You didn't. Neither did any of these journalists, and neither did Twitch at the time of the ban.
Okay, the wording here is extremely important. I can't stress this enough. Dr. Disrespect is implying that the Twitch user he was talking with was over the age of consent. Now, if we pull up a list of all the ages of consent in various states, you can see that almost half of them are under 18. First of all, the US is cooked, man. How the fuck do 19 states have the age of consent set at 16? That shit's crazy. Anyways, I don't know where these conversations between Dr. Disrespect and the Twitch chatter took place in, but if it was any of the states here, the chatter could have still been 16 or 17, and what Dr. Disrespect is saying would be entirely true. It's also important to note that Dr. Disrespect is like 40 years old, so even if he was talking with some 18-year-old girl, that shit is still kind of weird.
You also tried to tell the world that I was trying to meet up with this user at TwitchCon, but you're wrong. Let's set the record straight. I never intended to meet this user ever. Cody Connors and these other anonymous sources are trying to paint a picture that I was exchanging explicit messages and photos with this Twitch user. That never happened. I even used the word inappropriate, purposely. And look at how it's defined by everyone, champs. Huh? Including these defaming articles. I'm sorry, but mutual bantering with inappropriate jokes taken out of context should have never led to me getting banned from Twitch in the first place.
Again, why the fuck was your plan to include the word inappropriate in your response? Obviously, people are gonna take that and run with it, and all you're doing is intentionally making things seem worse than they actually are. So if the messages were inappropriate but didn't relate to explicitness. What the fuck were they about? Did you guys use fucking swear words or something? What could you have possibly talked about that got Twitch thinking it was a good idea to ban you? It makes no sense. I kind of feel like him saying he included the word inappropriate on purpose is just a way for him to try and clean up his image and correct the mistakes he made in his statement. However, I don't want to be drawing any definitive conclusions right now because again, this is a he said, she said situation. One side has one story and the other side has another. Until the messages are released, we're really not going to be able to piece together this entire thing. Show us the fucking chat logs. Show us what actually happened. Cause for me, that's really the only way Dr. Disrespect is going to be able to clear his name. Right now, the only source we have is Trust Me Bro. But that's not enough. Show us some actual proof. Dr. Disrespect then went on to explain how his ex-manager tried to cancel him with the whole Twitch whisper thing, and throughout the investigation, no wrongdoing was found. However, the manager apparently decided, you know what, I'm gonna start pulling things out of context and make it seem like Dr. Disrespect has done something wrong.
He finds out that no further action will be taken, so what does he do? He personally escalates the report to a friend on the Twitch's LER team. The LER team, remember, that's the Twitch's law enforcement response team. He escalates the report to a friend on Twitch's LER team. So a day later, on June 25th, the LER analyst pulls the entirety of the whisper messages and begins discussing them with his director of the LER team. This director is on vacation at that time and does not have access to their computer or work files. Let me just remind you, I went through a multi-year, big time arbitration, okay? And the LER analyst cherry picks and sends a few targeted excerpts out of context from the whisper messages to this director. Now, if you do this, you can make anyone's messages look inappropriate, even when they aren't. Within less than 1 hour, this LER analyst and his director have made the decision to suspend me from Twitch. Mind you, the same people that made this decision admit internally that the messages did not constitute. The same people that made this decision at Twitch admit internally that the messages did not warrant any sexual abuse material charge. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitted they did not perform any legal analysis of whether the messages exchanged were illegal in any way. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitting that they never investigated the age of consent in the jurisdiction where the user's messages were sent and received. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third party, including the partner manager. It's fucking unbelievable!
God damn, bro, this shit is getting out of hand. If what he's saying is true, that Twitch didn't do a full investigation before banning him from the platform, shit is gonna get interesting. I really don't know whose side to be on right now. Dr. Disrespect is low-key making compelling arguments, however, again, there's no concrete proof of these statements. There's no way of knowing whether the shit he's saying is actually true or not. That being said, there's still something fishy about this whole situation. If he knew all this information from the very beginning, why did it take him this long to respond? Why make your initial response seem like you were guilty? I don't know, dude, this whole situation is fucked. Just release the messages at this point, bro. If you're actually not guilty, surely there's no reason you wouldn't just let us see the messages you exchanged, right? Just fucking release them. Oh my god, I'm actually fiending to see what he actually said, goddamn.
The judge in the case determined that the whispers were not illegal. So then why did Twitch use these messages against me? Why did Twitch treat the doc so differently from their other streamers? I mean, outside of the obvious. I mean, just take a look at me. Right? Unfiltered, the realest motherfucker in this industry. 6'8", gorgeous, athletic, successful, college degree, college athlete, bourbon business, gaming studio, beautiful family.
Okay, dude, chill the fuck out. This guy's ego is actually massive, what the fuck? I find it so hard to believe that Twitch banned you just cause you're over 6 feet tall, like there's just no way. And what he just said really sums up what Dr. Disrespect thinks of himself, to be honest. I think the fame got to his head or something, and now he feels like he's this untouchable god or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, release the messages, buddy. Your response doesn't mean jack shit until there's some kind of actual proof behind it. But that's all I have to say on the matter. Let me know what you think of the whole situation in the comments below. As always, it's been Mikel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.